going on, everyone? Holy shit.
Usually that's you doing that.
Oh, what's going on, everyone? I'm Darkside Phil. With me, as always, is a very indigested John Rambo.
Damn. It's the holidays, man. You stuff your face.
It's coming back to bite us.
Yes.
Welcome to Smark, guys. Today is January 4th, 2013. I have to get used to saying 2013. And this is the very first The King of Hate Vlogs exclusive edition of Smark, guys. Meaning you will not see this show on any other channel anymore. We're not splitting it between multiple things. Hopefully this will be the permanent home for Smark, guys, until the next major catastrophe happens. And,
hopefully it'll be the last move.
Hopefully we won't be going back to Blip anytime soon. Who knows?
Is it even around anymore?
I don't know. But, alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk generally about what's been going on this past week in WWE. We might not run down every single match and plot line.
Yeah, it's really been like a throwaway. It's the holiday time of year. They taped a lot of the shows weren't even live.
Right.
A lot of nonsense happened. There's a couple notable things.
In fact, I believe what I'm going to do is take a look here. The Royal Rumble, I'm curious of what the date is for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we can kind of, instead of doing, maybe we can go through the Rumble a little bit, maybe, or predictions for stuff.
Royal Rumble, holy shit. January 27th. So they've got another more than 3 weeks before the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, they're really starting this Monday. Seems like that's like, we're beginning 2013.
Right.
The Rock's supposed to be there. He shows up 4 times a year. It's one of the shows he's on. He's better than everyone else. Punk will be back in the ring. It's been a while.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So
hopefully.
There was kind of treading water the last couple of weeks.
Right. I guess we'll talk generally about some of the stuff that's been going on. I guess we'll start with the general Smackdown plots. It's basically been Sheamus and Big Show still feuding. Yes, if you can believe it. What is this, month 4 now in a row?
William Regal just taking beatings.
They had giant chairs.
I called 911 for him.
You did?
Because someone needs to stand up and stop this abuse of William Regal. I called 911. I said, there's a man on my TV being abused. Please help.
We're sorry, sir. We have no jurisdiction within the WWE ring.
Within the WWE universe, we have no control.
We cannot help you.
Laws do not apply here. Yeah.
So, they're still at this feud. They've still been going back and forth. They've had lumberjack matches recently. What would they call it? Lumberjack Frost matches and all kinds of dumb shit. And this past Friday on Smackdown, again, Sheamus wanted another title match. Booker T was like, well, technically, Sheamus, you're not qualified for one at this point. But it's clear, true. It's clear they're still going to have another match at some point. Like, it's so dumb.
It's not over yet.
I'm trying to think of how they ended. They ended Smackdown with the whole locker room basically stopping Big Show, because Big Show earlier in the night had insulted everyone and said no one in the WWE is worthy to wrestle him for the title. So they all got pissed at him at the end of the show.
The 100 guys that have beaten him in the past.
Right.
They're certainly not qualified.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Del Rio is full face again. After being a heel for the week of Christmas.
Did he fight Cena? Oh yeah, he fought Cena.
He fought Cena on Christmas.
And what, he got a bowling ball in the crotch?
And he got a bowling ball to the balls.
Right.
And now he's face again, and he's wrestling Big Show, and they're having a match, and Big Show decides to leave. He doesn't want to finish the match. Sheamus comes out to make him get back in the ring, and then the whole locker room spills out and throws him in the ring, and basically he gets his ass beat by both Del Rio and Sheamus.
With a bowling ball in the balls.
I'm almost thinking they might do a triple threat at this point to say it's different. Oh, it's Del Rio and Sheamus and Big Show rather than just Big Show and Sheamus.
Maybe Royal Rumble.
Right.
Because the rumor for WrestleMania is Sheamus and Orton.
Right.
That's the rumored match.
Right, and right now Orton's not even on SmackDown, so they're gonna have to find a way to build up.
He's gonna be a heel because without Del Rio's a face for no reason.
Right.
So it's always like they always take one and move the other one, like Jericho, Punk, Swift.
Right.
That's how they always do it. Sometimes there's no explanation, like Del Rio. He just is good.
He just became good.
He's good now.
He is good. You must believe that he is good.
That's right.
Because we say so. So really, that's all that's really going on SmackDown. There's not a hell of a lot. The same plot lines and nothing really new. I think that they're floating right now. They don't know what they want to do with a lot of that roster, so they're kind of just having mid-card matches and stuff, and they don't want to really push anyone in one direction.
SmackDown's always kind of like that. They find 2 main event guys, and then this is it for 6 months.
Right.
And then they have these feuds that are sometimes pretty entertaining at times, but they just go on to a point where it's too long.
Right.
They start off good, and then it's like, all right, month 8, it's like, I'm done with that.
On the best show on WWE TV, which is what I'm going to call it for now, on Main Event.
Superstars. Oh.
Main Event is so good. I swear to God, do you have you been watching?
I don't even know what the channel is or anything.
It's Ion TV, but I think it used to be one of the older channels that we used to get in this
WB
area.
or something.
WP. I think WPIX or something like that, and it changed it to I. They just gave it a new name.
That's the adult channel.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, they used to have all Skinamax and all that. But it's seriously the best show that WWE puts out. The show opens up with a promo that explains the feud that you're going to see during the night. Then it cuts to a package explaining one guy's history. It shows some of the good matches they've been in. Then it goes to whoever the other guy is going to be.
That's good. It's like that's like what UFC does.
Yeah.
That's like what they used to do. Like,
they used to do that, in the 80s. This is what they did in the 80s, really. Then sometimes before the match they cut to a promo. One of the guys will cut a promo on the other guy. Then they come out, they have the match. The match goes for 10 minutes. They go to commercial. They come back. They have another 10 minutes. So it's a long-ass match. Every match on Main Event is like this. And then usually it's a pretty good ending. I haven't seen many like screw jobs or anything like that come Main Event. It usually has a good definitive ending. So one week, just to give you an example, one week it showed Cesaro. He beat some, I forget who it was that he beat. And he basically says, I'm now the U.S. champion. No one in the United States can beat me. I will never be defeated because no one in the United States can beat me.
Yes.
So they decided to have a battle royal that night to determine who the #1 contender would be. And the Great Khali won the battle royal. So now they're like, wait a minute, he's not American. So now maybe he can beat Cesaro. So then the next week they have the match, and this was actually this week. And it's I couldn't believe it. It was a good Khali match. Like, of course they didn't do anything crazy because Khali can't.
Yeah.
But he did his spots. He was like hamming it up. He would slap him on the chest like 4 times. And Cesaro would be like, fucking, oh my god, his chest is all red and shit. Good. Yeah, so it was real good. And then it ends up clean finish. Cesaro hits his finisher on Khali.
Really?
Perfect. Does it perfectly. Doesn't botch it at all.
I gotta see that.
It's great. He lifts him up. Bam! I was like, now that is the kind of person that if he does the finisher too, that would probably fuck him up. You know,
that makes him look impressive, I guess. You know?
It makes him look real strong, and now he looks as a really strong U.S. champion.
To the people that saw the show.
Well, that's what I think the problem is. I think the Main Event is a great show to build this stuff, but I don't know if anyone's watching it, and that's the problem. Like, it's a good supplement to the main stuff. But why can't they put that on the main stuff?
It also hurts that the Raw's 3 hours, and you're like, do I really want to watch another hour or whatever it is this day? And then
you got a 3-hour Raw, but you can't put the good matches on it. Like it has to be on Wednesday nights, you know.
I'm curious to see what'll happen with Main Event. It'll continue. It'll change, or who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's like we said a few weeks back. Apparently, the ratings are the highest thing on that station, but that station doesn't necessarily draw very good ratings either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like reruns and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it's all reruns of like cop shows and shit.
Cops?
They have like original, like Law and Order and stuff like that. And they have like original series, but the original series are like knockoffs of like these Law and Order investigation shows, and you're like, what the hell is this channel? I don't know what this is. So. Alright, so that's what's going on with that. I guess now we'll get back. We'll talk about Raw. We'll recap everything that happened on Raw just to get everyone up to speed on all the plot lines.
Yeah, I guess we'll do some TNA because they actually had a new show this week, a live show.
An interesting show.
Yeah, it was fun. I guess we'll do Raw.
Okay, so on Raw opens up with Miz TV and his guest is...
thing today.
Uh-oh.
So, that's the weather, man.
Yeah, I know, I hear you.
I gotta move to the Bahamas.
Miz TV with John Cena. And of course, the Miz is interviewing John Cena about stupid, what the fuck's her name? I can't remember her name. AJ and Dolph Ziggler and all this bullshit. And finally, Damian Sandow comes out and he goes, really? We're gonna talk about this again? Like, are we done talking about this stupid girl who kissed everyone on the WWE roster last year and basically, slept around? Can we just get to business?
Yes.
So there's an impromptu tag match of John Cena and The Miz against Team Rhodes Scholars. Now,
I wonder who won that one.
Gee, I wonder. And it's so dumb because these are guys 2 years ago were bitter rivals. They hated each other. They did everything to hurt each other, and now all of a sudden they're
his greatest accomplishment is facing John Cena.
Right.
Or beating John Cena at WrestleMania.
Now here, let me give you some comparison between, as I was talking about, Main Event and these main shows.
Okay.
Antonio Cesaro has a singles match against Sergeant Slaughter. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And it's like, Sergeant Slaughter can't wrestle anymore. He's old. He's bloated. He's an old man. Let him just relax. I'm sure he's thrilled to get in the ring. Yeah. But you got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people really remember him.
No, at this point,
we do.
We don't even like G.I. Joe. Who even knows what G.I. Joe is anymore?
Well, from the movie.
But the movie's awful. Yeah, it didn't have Sergeant Slaughter.
They don't know it the way we know.
Right. So he comes out and he wrestles with Cesaro. Cesaro squashes him, and you're like, now wait a minute. On Main Event, you could do these long, drawn-out matches with a guy like Khali who really can't move well. Why couldn't you do that on Raw with Slaughter? At least make him look like a viable contender.
All right, just throw one of these other guys in there instead of Slaughter that can have a
someone who can have a match.
Do something.
Do something. Don't just have a throwaway match.
At least it wasn't the Brooklyn Brawler, but you know.
Well, yeah. But I think the point I'm making here is the match that really built up Cesaro is on the side show that no one sees.
Yeah.
And the match that they put on the main show is a throwaway piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying.
Right.
We had Team Hell No against Three-Man Band, and by the way, I should note that this night, like, all the titles are on the line for some reason.
No, because they copied the TNA the night of the...
Right. Well, they have the championship night, and they have the, you know...
They've been taking certain things from them lately. They did that.
The promo packages at the beginning of the show.
Last week on Raw, you know, they took that. The Claire Lynch storyline.
Oh my god!
And there's a rumor that they're gonna start doing like the gut check thing, because people like Matt Stryker on Twitter talking about excited about this new concept of several unsigned talents fighting for a spot. Or something.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? They're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's very strange.
So this was a tag match where the tag team titles were up for grabs. Nothing really to talk about. I mean, Team Hell No retains, obviously. So CM Punk, basically, he's saying that his leg's still hurt, he's not medically cleared, and he actually brings his physician, his personal physician, along with him to explain that he's not cleared to wrestle next week against Ryback for the title, because Ryback still has his title match, he never got it, and he announced that he was going to challenge Punk for the first Raw of 2013. So, Punk comes out, he's talking about this. Mr. McMahon comes out. Now this is like appearance number 6 in the past 2 months.
Yeah.
He's on more often than not at this point. He comes out and says, listen, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have our guys, look at you next week, and if you're medically cleared, you are going to have this match. So of course everyone, there's uproar.
It'll be Dr. Heine, whoever the heck. Vince's, remember that?
Yeah, oh my god, Dr. Heine.
It'll be Vince.
Yes, and then they say, well, if you're not medically cleared, guess what? There's still going to be a match. It's going to be Ryback against Paul Heyman. I can't wait to see that match.
I think they did that match at a house show, or a Madison Square Garden show. I don't know what happened. I saw they were advertising that.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Punk and Ryback, but then Punk isn't able to do it. So that's that match they advertised, the main event of a Madison Square Garden show. Like, really?
There was a singles match between Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. It was pretty good until they threw the whole thing away when the Shield came and attacked Sheamus, and now they're wondering, geez, does this mean that Sheamus will be involved?
What do you think about the Dolph storyline? I saw, was it 2 weeks ago, they were doing the thing with him and AJ, like, we were on the tree, and she was, like, taking a robe off.
Yeah.
It's got like an Angelita type of thing going on with
it. It's just, I don't know, it's...
We'll see what they do with it.
I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't think they know
what Biggie Langston do. He's not very big. He's like as tall as Ziggler.
He's not tall,
and he stands... And he's not very, like, he was doing that to The Miz, and he was standing next to The Miz, and he's like the same size as Miz.
Yeah, and we haven't, the other thing is we haven't seen him in a match yet, and that's what I don't like. Okay, you want us to make this guy look big, put him in a match and have him, like, destroy someone.
You text Cena, and then they didn't really,
They never followed up, yeah. It's real weird. So, so the Shield interferes, destroys Sheamus, so this will lead into something later in the night that we'll talk about. Eve is supposed to have a match. She challenges Mae Young to a match. What the fuck? Mae Young can't compete.
And you already had Sergeant Slaughter on the show.
This is so dumb. Mae Young can't compete because she's pregnant.
Yeah, with Hornswoggle. Right?
With Hornswoggle.
Yes.
What the fuck was this? What was this?
I don't know. I mean,
what was the point? What is this? What is happening? Why was this on the show?
Somebody thought it was funny. I mean, I don't know.
Who?
Probably Vince.
First of all, they did the same angle over a decade ago, and she gave birth to a hand.
Yeah.
Now what is this?
I think Vince thought it was funny. And if you found it funny or not, it's up to you.
It was not funny to anyone.
Personally, I didn't think it was funny.
It was not funny to any person on the planet besides maybe Vince.
Yeah, Vince was laughing his ass off somewhere.
It was awful. So anyway, Caitlyn comes out in place of Mae Young, and she brawls with Eve, and I guess they're still going with this plot line that she'll get a title shot at some point. It's not clear.
Yeah.
Big Show, this is so stupid. Big Show has a match with Ricardo Rodriguez.
Oh no!
Because what had happened?
What the hell is this show?
I know.
It's a crazy show.
It's a terrible. Like,
all
right, so let me explain. Previously on Smackdown, the week before, Booker T wanted to give random people title shots. He says, because Sheamus doesn't deserve it right now, but I want Big Show to be challenged.
Yeah.
So first he was going through and he got Santino, but Santino supposedly pulled his hamstring when trying to learn how to do the brogue kick. So then he pulled out Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yes.
And Ricardo was actually going to wrestle the Big Show, and Big Show's like, this is a joke, and he just knocks him out, so he can't compete.
Del Rio shows up.
And that's when Del Rio got the title shot. So now this week, on Monday, they're like, well, that's not fair. Big Show cheated. That's why Ricardo didn't get his title shot. We're going to give him his title shot tonight. What? Like, he's not a known wrestler. Why do we care about this?
Yeah.
So Ricardo actually has a match with the Big Show, and he actually does get some offense in. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun. He does a couple of Del Rio's moves.
Yeah, I think he's trained at everything.
He does that flying, you know how the flying sidekick to the head, side of the head? He does that, like, perfectly to the Big Show, and the whole crowd's like, what the fuck? Because they don't know he's a wrestler like we do. We know he's actually a real wrestler.
Yeah.
But, of course he loses. I mean, come on. Like, he's not going to fucking lose the match. But, it's via DQ, I believe, because Del Rio gets involved. He tries to save him from getting, like, destroyed.
I think I'd rather see that match than Sheamus and Big Show again, actually.
I'd like to see anything besides Sheamus and Big Show.
I didn't think about it.
Anything.
Sergeant Slaughter available for another match. Maybe get him in there.
So the only real notable thing of the night was Wade Barrett got another Intercontinental title shot against Kofi Kingston. Good match, and he actually beats him clean.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, the problem is, like, the booking's just bad, and he lost cleanly to him at the pay-per-view.
Right.
And then, you know, the Raw, he's able to beat him. And
now it'll be, at the pay-per-view, Kofi will win it back again or something. You know?
Maybe, but why, you know, you got to go all the way or don't go at all. You know, you can't go halfway.
Right.
You strap the rocket to his ass, or you leave him on Earth, you know? Can't do it like that.
So Wade's the champion, but does it really mean anything right now, you know? Like,
no, the belt doesn't mean anything. He lost to him before. They're going to have more matches. I don't know. I don't think it does.
Right. So, later on in the night, it looks like, I believe it was going to be Ryback on a 3-on-1 handicap match with the Shield.
Yeah, it doesn't happen, right?
It doesn't happen because as they come out, all of a sudden Sheamus runs out because he's pissed that the Shield attacked him earlier in the night. But the Shield still get the upper hand. They're kind of beating both of them down. And then who makes his triumphant return? It's Randy Orton, who had his shoulders supposedly separated by them off camera.
It wasn't Sting?
No,
it was Randy Orton.
No, it was Randy Orton.
Oh, okay.
Makes his return. And so they all brawl in the ring. And now they're like, gee, is it going to be these three against those three? Like, you know, next week, what's going to happen? You know, they're kind of building that up. There's going to be a program between those three and the Shield.
Huh. What I'd like to see them do at Elimination Chamber, instead of just doing... You could have, like, the traditional, like, each guy, every man for himself kind of thing. They should do something like the War Games, like WCW would do, where it's like team versus team. Mm-hmm. That's actually in the W13 game. You do 3-on-3 in the chamber.
Right.
You do, like, the Shield against 3 other guys.
Huh.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe they'll do that,
That'd be pretty awesome if they did that, yeah.
Okay. So, the last thing to end Raw, will it be a wrestling match? Of course not.
A lie detector test.
Will it be maybe a lie detector test? No.
Yes.
Maybe a contract signing? No. It's going to be Dolph and AJ's New Year's toast.
Okay.
And this is where I basically said, I just don't know what to think about this show anymore. John Cena...
This is what did it!
This is what did it!
This is what did it!
John Cena has become DX.
What?
Alright, so here's what happens.
What?
Dolph and AJ, John Cena's a loser. Every major match in 2012 he lost. He never held the title. And they run through literally like every match where he lost. You know, Brock Lesnar beat him up the night after WrestleMania. He said he had to win WrestleMania. He lost that match. So they're making him look like a real loser. And then he comes out, John Cena, and then immediately Dolph stops him again and he starts laughing at him. He goes, just look at you. You wear the same jean shorts and fucking colorful t-shirts every day. It's like he's like, you're like a child. Yeah. It's like you look like an action figure. How can anyone take you seriously anymore?
Right.
And then of course Cena, I stand for hustle, loyalty, and respect since day one. That's never changed. So why would I change how I look if I haven't changed my person? So literally what he confirms is what everyone says.
Why would I change
John Cena's character has never changed and no one likes him anymore because he's so boring. It's the same fucking thing all the time. Alright.
Where's this going? Can't wait.
So then, John Cena says, to end this momentous night of giving birth to Hornswoggle and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
John Cena says, I will end this toast by saying it'll be. I hope it's a prosperous 2013 to Dolph and AJ, and I'm going to end this toast by giving you the one thing that you two are full of.
Oh no. What happens now? He pulls down his pants. Spreads his cheeks in the middle of the ring. And AJ vomits.
No, when did you hear this?
Alright, what is it?
Shit falls from the sky.
How is that possible?
On AJ and Dolph.
How's that possible? Though?
You tell me.
Did he have a porta potty broke?
Shit falls from the sky, disgusting liquid brown shit, and covers the two of them. And then you hear the announcers, oh, it smells so bad. I was like, what the fuck is this? Since when does John Cena have control over feces? Like he can make it rain out of the sky.
He's like Kane. Kane controls fire. John Cena controls shit. That's all the feces that's been thrown.
But this is what I mean. The last time this happened was DX. Remember, DX did it to the McMahons and the Spirit Squad.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck am I watching?
It's all the feces that's been thrown at John Cena in his daily life.
He collected it all.
He collects it and then.
But I'm looking at it. I'm like, what? This doesn't fit the character. This isn't PG. This is gross. Like shit coming out of the sky. And that was Raw.
And they did some crazy stuff. At one of the house shows, they had a match where the loser had to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And Tensai lost. And there's like a video of this, and no one in the crowd reacts. He's just doing it for like 5 minutes, and people are just like, "What the hell is that?" Well, yeah, that's pretty wacky.
I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what I watched on Monday.
Entertainment.
It was bizarre.
It's entertainment.
It was bizarre.
Entertainment. That's what it is.
All right, so now let's talk, I guess, a little bit about TNA.
Yeah, TNA's back. The live show. It was the 1, 3, 12, 13, 5.
13-13.
Something like that. And I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the show. You open with their Wrestler of the Year thing. And that was kind of paint by numbers. Basically, Jeff Hardy wins the awards, like this big stupid statue. And then Austin Aries and Bobby Roode come out and they're fighting him. No, I should have won it. No, I should have. And then Bobby Roode grabs Hardy, and Austin Aries is going to hit him with the trophy. But of course, Jeff Hardy can move out of the way, and Bobby Roode gets hit. And then Jeff scatters off.
I thought it was funny because when Jeff was leaving, the trophy got busted,
and
he was walking away with like a sagging trophy.
And he was like, "Oh, this is great." Look at this broken thing. So that was a little like typical of those things, you know.
Yeah.
But they did announce there's going to be a 3-way for the title.
Mm-hmm. On that
Genesis.
Yep.
Pay-per-view. What else was on the show? Not the results first. Can't really remember a lot of it.
You don't remember Bubba Ray and Hulk Hogan's even more ongoing bullshit?
Okay, you want to talk about that already? Let's talk about the X Division tournament.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. The X Division goes away, and then all of a sudden they decide, oh, it's back now. It means a lot again.
Yep.
And then they have these matches, and they're always really good. But then the X Division goes away again.
Yep.
But right now it's back in style, so they're doing this tournament. And it was
Kid Cash.
Kid Cash and Christian York.
Yep.
Christian York wins. And then next week they're going to do Kenny King. And Zema Ion's back.
Yeah.
So then the winner gets a title shot. Is that how that works?
The winner. Well, no. I think what happens is the two winners
face each other.
Face each other at Genesis, and then that person will get the title shot.
At Genesis or later on?
They don't even explain that yet.
All right, so that's kind of cool. There's always good matches. There's always a good match and everything. Yeah, the whole Hogan thing is it's always bad. Whatever he's involved in.
It's so bad.
At least he's not involved with Aces and Eights again as much. That's when it was really, really bad.
Yeah, but now it's like, oh no, he saw them kissing Brooke and Bubba, and now
he saw Bubba kissing Brooke, and now Bubba's suspended indefinitely.
Yeah.
Brooke is also suspended possibly. I don't know where the hell this is going. Are they gonna fight each other? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking Bully Ray against Hogan. Watch.
I think what's gonna happen, maybe something's gonna happen where Hogan has to reach out to him, something's gonna happen to Brooke. She's gonna kidnap or something.
By Aces and Eights.
Yeah, and then he's got who can save her brother? Oh wait, I know one dude. Let's bring the hatchet, brother.
Oh
and,
no!
You gotta see my daughter, dude. And then Bubba's gonna go.
Kind of like with Austin and McMahon, and remember Triple H kidnapped Steph.
It was Undertaker.
Oh, you're right. It was Undertaker kidnapped Steph.
You gotta get people to save her.
Right, and then he hires Austin, and later on he goes, "It was me, Austin. It was always me."
Set him up, right?
That was so good.
And then the shit fell on him. Oh wait, that just happened. Yeah, so that whole thing's crazy.
It's awful.
What else was on this thing? A knockouts match. We don't have to talk about that.
Not really, because nothing really happened with it.
Yeah, they're just they're having their match. And then I guess the main event, I was just getting into that, was Devon and the guy in the mask.
Oh no, that's right.
Yeah, the guy in the mask. Doc kept coming in.
That's right.
For Samoa Joe and Angle
in a cage match.
Yeah.
But before the match starts, Doc attacks Angle.
Doc kept coming in and leaving and coming back.
He attacks Angle, throws him out of the cage, and locks the cage. So now it's basically a 2-on-1 handicap match with Samoa Joe. Why the ref allowed this, I have no idea.
Yeah.
He actually starts the match. Like, why did he start the match?
And then also Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe, he told them not to come out. So they're probably involved in the Angle somehow. Or they're in the season 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Angle wins. And it was cool. It was a good brawl. And Angle was bleeding like crazy.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. It was good, And,
but then Aces and Eights rushed the ring at the end of the match and started beating them down.
They were going to take the guy's mask off, and then Aces and Eights came in, Doc and all these other fools come in, and they start fighting. And then, like, this is like supposed to be the big return of Sting, and they keep talking about it.
Right.
Sting just comes out.
Just walks down casually.
No music. No, they don't turn the lights off. Like, just turn the lights off and play the music is a little bit.
Right. Something.
Just comes out. Beats everybody up at the baseball bat. And well, we should say Mr. Anderson's at ringside because he's being recruited by Aces and Eights.
Right.
The way they're recruiting him is they're giving him prostitutes.
Yes, many blonde prostitutes.
And there's like multiple blonde prostitutes, and they were in the back with a beer bottle, and one was stroking it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He had one between his legs, and she was stroking it.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is this? So he just stands outside, which adds to the goofiness of it. And basically they clean house, and there's one guy left, and they pull the mask off. And it's a dude with a beard, and you're like, who's this?
Yeah, who is this?
And then Mike Tenay's like, we know who that is. That's Mike Knox from the WWE.
Wow.
He was in the WWE. He's Mike Knox.
On the third string show that no one watched for 6 months, and then he was released.
Yeah, he's talented, and he's good. He's probably better than they used him in WWE. But like, he just came off kind of like,
Yeah.
no one really knows him.
No one knows who he is. He's not a big,
a big name or anything like that.
Right.
We knew, it's funny because we knew it was Gallows and him from like the beginning.
We kind of, the rumors were that two of them were in it.
Yeah.
If anything, now I'd be surprised to see if they unmask someone else who the other people are, and if they're known names or if they're just nobodies,
I don't know who all the other people are. I don't think they know.
My God, it's Shark Boy!
He's got another mask.
Fucking Shark Boy!
It's all the guys from the ECW brand.
Oh God.
Kevin Thorne and fucking
yes.
Monty Brown or something. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, the Aces and Eights thing is so weird. Like when they show them in the clubhouse and they're going, oh, we can't lose our mask. That's our power. And if you lose the mask, then we lose our life or something. And why is there a camera in your thing? And it's just really goofy, but
very confusing and weird and just
another member's been revealed. And that's I thought it was a good show. There was some good wrestling on there. What else did they have? Kaz versus James Storm.
Yeah, in a singles match that James beats him clean.
They had a really funny promo with Daniels and Kaz and James Storm, which was really entertaining. And Storm's like, I'm going to punch you in your Facebook. And, I was like, I'm going to kick you in your Twitter and punch you in your Facebook. So, that was pretty funny. I don't know. That's pretty much it.
That was it. It was a solid show.
Yeah.
There was some goofiness to it, but at least there was some solid stuff in there.
The Hogan stuff's crazy.
You can see what they're building up to, as opposed to WWE, where raining shit and having midgets coming out of 80, 90-year-old women.
Yeah, W's gonna start. They're gonna start seeing their plans coming on Monday. And they'll start building towards Rock and
The Rock
Punk.
will be there on Monday.
Rock and Punk, whatever else they got going on.
So, all right. So that's pretty much it this week for Smark guys. Just to let everyone know, we've got a string here where it looks like we may have 4 or 5 weeks of solid shows unless something happens, extenuating circumstances.
They're in the snow season.
That's true. That could always happen.
Last week I couldn't even came because it was.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, it was fucking bad. It was snowing that whole day.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So hopefully we'll be back next week with another edition of Smart Guys right here on the King of Hate vlog. So be sure to check it out. We'll be talking all about The Rock's return and everything else that happens. Obviously, we didn't get to see Smackdown today because we're doing this a day early.
Nothing happens in it.
Nothing's gonna happen anyway. I know. So it's not a big deal.
If you smell.
Oh, all right.
We'll be back. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching Smart Guys, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.